rub them on. Sweet. There we go. Get whatever little grease or dirt is trapped in there for over a year at least. But yeah, this guy turned silver back on us. In fact, we might be able to get a new one. I think we might have a replacement for this guy. We'll see in our little bin here, because I think he's probably just like, well, we know he's probably like an M4. So I think we might have a long enough one to replace him. We'll replace him. But we'll still clean him up for a backup, because you'll never know when you, like, oh man, I don't have any of those thread sides anymore. It's better than use some that are still fair condition than not have it, right? So we'll still clean this guy up pretty nicely for it. So yeah, this one's ready to sit back and relax, or get ready to be used up and mounted. Make sure it gets every little bits and pieces in there out. So yeah, he's ready to go back in. All right, so let's clean this one bolt that we used and abused. Get him out of the way, dry him up. We're almost there. We got 2 more. Turn it so you can see everything here. This is all the remaining clean, really. And includes this big spider one left. That's it. Back, we'll take care of the spider one right now. You know what? Let me pair these up really quickly because I'm afraid to lose them. So I'm going to clean this little nut here so that way I can put them in the socket with the other guy real quick. All right. All right, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in here. That way I won't lose them. We'll put them in the socket right there. I'm going to put them in here through here like this. I'll keep them from being lost. See there? Okay. Now we got to go and get this guy, clean the big spider web. Where'd you get the bike from? Huh? Where'd you get it from? Ask him where he found the mountain bike. Just need to get a tube on it. You probably need to get a tube for it. It's flat. It's flat both sides. Oh, he found it. I thought he might have picked it up from a yard sale. They probably just told him they put the air out. It's a pretty good bike brand, though, the Diamondback. Those are pretty brand name. It's not one of those cheap Walmart bikes. I don't know if Walmart carries Diamondback, but I don't know. I haven't rode a bike in the last time. I think we used to have I think Specialized. That's probably my last bike. It was like a hybrid cross-country bike. I used it just to, I don't know, get around, but it was a fun bike. Had shocks and everything in the front and disc brakes. Can you believe that? Front shocks, front box shocks. Yeah, it was like. All right, so this guy, that one's clean. Okay, we got this guy here. There we go, almost ready, almost. And then we'll get it all assembled out. That way we get to actually understand all our components little by little. These guys, I should start assembling them too, but probably don't really remember yet because I took it off, but hopefully I can get an idea how it should go back on there. I mean, I do know how it goes on there, I just don't know the direction of how we kind of bent the angle and so forth before we fully clamp it. But that's something we could adjust. Maybe we can readjust it even for a new way of doing it. So these little screws here I got saved to be able to mount to this one, so I'll save this plate among here so we could put them back on at the same time. We won't lose them. This one I should have put on too. That way we won't lose those guys as well. This one we might, I don't think we have a screw this big anymore. Maybe we do, we might. I think we might. If we do, we'll replace it. Try to replace it now. I even got one of our Norderlock in there. Didn't have to put that in there, but alright. Okay, this guy's wearing out on us. It's okay. See how much dirt was able to pick up from all the parts. It might be just from the paint. Alright. There we go. This is the knob that you have to clean in. I guess Ram is a good company. They're made in the USA. Good quality company. Alright, so we got that there. Little parts here and there. This guy here, I think we had him go for another dip maybe. Just kind of scoop him up a little bit. Take the WD-40 in him a little bit more. The other one we're not going to remove, I think, because it's already been pretty much good Loctite in there. There's no need to adjust it yet. But we'll see. If it gives us trouble, we will take them out and clean them like this. No problem. Yeah, so the other one just needs a little bit more thread on the other side as well. So I guess it gives, look at that one. Yuck. Not sure where that came from. Yeah, it came from probably the rust. Get a new point here. Spin it again. See, brand new. It's going, well, sort of brand new. Going in. Let's see what the color will be when it comes back out. Try to get all the way through. You can pull it from the other end. Give it a good yank, but this will work. There we go. Got that little smite in here. I think it's probably where all the nasty stuff is. So feed a little bit through here. Get this all cleaned up. Now these things I probably don't have any extras for, so we gotta be careful with this one. If it's just a regular nut, it would be a different story. It has like a hole inside of it, hollowed out. For that reason, putting something else in there. All right. All right, there we go. Cool. Then we got this guy here, which is the, it's gonna be turned. It looks like it does hook. So this guy right here feeds it and it hooks onto here eventually. Or is it other way around? I don't think that the thread, the short thread, is actually the one that drives into the holder, or you know, control holder. I think it's the long thread side, which is perfectly understandable. And then the mirror go here, but I think we need to back it down a little bit so the mirror can actually get some more thread to actually start threading in. So that's what we'll probably do as well. So yeah, it wouldn't even actually come off if we didn't probably put WD-40 and break loose any kind of rust or anything that was still stuck in there. So I'm glad we were able to get that fixed out. And these are just little trinkets and washers we'll try to replace. See which ones are barely, well, definitely those two are going to be replaced with the Norderlock. Nice. Yeah, I'm just putting up here now. Okay, these guys, do a quick wipe on them. They don't look too serious. They almost look like, I don't know, almost bottle caps that you can, I'm surprised they actually use these guys. I'm sure they do the trick, but they probably do the trick better than Norderlock. I might be eating my words soon. But oh yeah, I rubbed the Norderlock apart, darn it. That's okay. We can use the other ones, the one that sticks together first. They put a little temporary, I guess, some kind of, not super glue, but almost like some adhesive rubber to keep it stick temporarily before you actually nut it in there. Alright, so heck, we could probably even use some, what's called that? Nolan washers or something instead of these guys. So we'll see. We'll see all these parts here that we can replace. We'll replace them out from quality ones before we pre-assembled everything. Okay, we're down to the last few bits here, and then we're gonna get started. on replacing these guys or reassembling them back to prepare them for mounting back onto our handlebar. The first thing we gotta do with the handlebar controllers is find where that teeth is. We're gonna have to pre-drill it again, or maybe just, I don't know, the JB weld didn't really hold those holes anyway. We might be able just to tap it and the hole will probably come back because it's such a thin layer. I don't think it has nothing to really grip, but we'll see how the JB weld held up. Test the JB weld as well. Okay, so there we go, we're done. Just gonna clean the Allen sockets here. Get these guys washed out. If they have rust in them, they're gone now. So we'll put these guys aside. Put this guy aside. Alright, so it's time to find their connection type. So these are the parts here that we're going to need to go find replacements for them, except for the Norda lock, of course. So let me go ahead and pull these guys over there. We're going to start putting them here, stack them over. I think they are clean now or rubbed down pretty good. Cloth here, we can use that. Put this aside for a second. All right, here we go. Okay, let's go and see if we can find washers for these guys as replacement. Make room for it. All kinds of washers here. These are big washers. All right, so here we go. Back here for a second. Our Norda lock here. Probably get a new one with adhesive for the temporary hold on this guy. So let's go and find washers for all these little parts here. Put this back here in this loop area. You can see it's not that cold because I'm not having to wear socks. Pretty easy day today. Even though it's probably like 7 in the morning. No, it's probably at least 8:30 past because I remember he goes to school around 8. So about 8:30 in the morning now and it's still not that super cold. Okay, let me put these guys back into these sockets area so we won't lose them. H6 and H4 seems like a common two we're going to be probably gathering. Okay, let's go and find these guys. They're a suitable replacement. How we're going to actually mount them back. Including this guy here. Just going to shake off any loose. Okay. Let's check this out. How we're going to remember how we're going to loop this, get visual. This one's going to go through here. I believe this goes underneath. We could have this, we could go and take it to the first R really. I don't know why we decided to put it back here. I think we're trying to copy the other one to the T and probably doesn't need to be that way. So all our wires, we could double it just to make sure. I think it would be okay to go like, see if this guy's facing even in the right direction. I guess that's like a R logo, huh? Ram mount. So it's be R logo right there. So yeah, that'll probably go through here like this. Let's just take it back to this way. Because it needs to come up and charge our phone while we have it mounted. Okay, so that one's there. Now, we can readjust this too once we get on there. But let's see here now. The next one is the clamps. These guys will go in like this. We probably want to tighten our knob this way. So we'll put our knob on this side because we're righty-tighty. We don't want to reach over from the other side of the handlebar. So on the right side, so this is facing. That one there. I don't think there's a long way or short way. I think they're identical. Okay. What we want to do is this guy here is a ball mount for the other end. And since I'm aesthetically pleasing, unfortunately they didn't put the ram mount perfectly identical to parallel like this. They put it like here in the caddy corner. See there? They didn't put it straight up and down. I don't know why they didn't do that for me, didn't they? But however, this one's straight up upside down. They put the Ram out here, and this guy's right here and right here. So we'll face, see this one side doesn't have the Ram logo. I'll put the Ram logo out in the front. That way I can always read whatever to know what's going on. So there you go. I'll put the Ram logo here in the front. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and mount this guy. Okay, so we're going to put this guy to mount. But let's go and find him a better suitable replacement than these other scraps right here. So this one, unique, we can't really replace that. This one we might be able to find replacement for. I'm not even sure why. No, we can't. This one's a hex. We don't have Allen with a hex like this one. This one we might be able to get a replacement for it. And which other ones? These two are going to be replaced by Nordelocks. So these ones are fine. Nordelocks will replace these two guys. We can probably find a better washer than this guy beat up. Give him a fresher washer to work with. The rubber one we don't have, so we'll have to use the same washer. I mean the same. Let's go and find this replacement here. Something that's almost similar in size. Let's see what we have. So this is what we're dealing with. Try to get it black on black, or even maybe even bigger, wider. Because I think this one right here just needs to cover this whole thing right here, right? So this might work just the same. You know, it's actually a little bit more better washer than this small sucker. So let's see if we can get one with the smaller, narrower window. No, I think that's about it. Why are these here? These silver ones, they should be over there. There we go. Oh, there's the small one right here. Too small. Okay, so pretty much our best bet would be to use that one right there. As long as everything's okay with the whole setup. Now, as far as this other long one here, or I thought, let's see, where is it? There we go. This guy right here, we could probably replace him with one of these guys. I think they might be the same. Let me take something that unbolted out. And this one, I think we might have a replacement, maybe. I don't know, he seems pretty long. He looks like he's one of those what we had earlier there, so we might have it. Let's see, they're in here. We might actually took it back in already. No, not in here. Oh, they're in here. I have some in here. Oh, there's some clean shop rags. Try not to throw them away, they're not too dirty. Maybe have them all. No, they're too short. See? These ones are all that I have. And, oh wait, there's some more long ones here. So let's check these ones out. I think we might have used it, so we might not have that guy. Sorry. Yeah, this guy right here. It would be in here, this setup here. I mean, he's fair condition, but if we can replace him with a newer one, why not? Now, see, he has part where he doesn't have threads too, so we might have to keep it that way. Yeah, and these guys all have thread to the very tip and top. So even if we had the length, they might not work too well. Alright, so this guy can't be replaced either. Let's see, we have a chance of replacing this guy, or even with this guy with the Nolan washer. And maybe even this lug nut here with the Nolan washer. A little bit more secure for us. So let's go and check out. H4 was his spill. And I think we might have the Nolan washer to fit him, maybe. We'll find out. Okay, so he's taken out. Alright, let's see. This one right here, maybe. Looks like it, and it's smaller though. Actually, it might be a different thread. Oh no, they're the same. It's just what's blocking it now is the Nolan washer. I think it's the Nolan. You want to make sure that the Nolan washer is what's keeping it blocked and not its actual incorrect thread size. Because you put an incorrect thread in there and you force it, it won't screw in all the way. This feels like it's kind of maybe not the correct thread size. This might be a different thread pitch, even though it's screwed in. And it looks a little bit bigger too. See there? You can feel when it's Nolan washer that's blocking it, because it'll feel like you can still twist it, but it's kind of squishy. So that means it's the right thread size. But if it feels like this one right here, where you're twisting in there and it all of a sudden just mechanically locks up like this, that's more than likely it's not the right thread pitch. When you get a couple of thread in there on the third thread, that's what happens. It's like, I can't go anymore. So this is not even the right thread pitch for it. So we'll have to stick with this guy again, and let's see what these guys can do. See, they're not the right thread pitch. See, even without the Nolan washer, it won't go through. So these screws right here are not the right thread pitch for it. We can give it another shot with this one here. Let's see if we can. I doubt it, because normally one thread pitches this way, and usually they get the whole bolts patterned this way. Let's check this guy out, see if we can replace him with the Nolan washer. This guy might be a good substitute for him. He was this one right here. Alright, so here we go. He's going in pretty damn good. Yeah, at least we got one to be able to replace. We can replace this lug nut one with a Nolan washer. So that's one good sign here. Ricky, you want to call Paul back? Okay, so yeah, see, this one works well. So we'll replace this guy with a Nolan washer. Unfortunately, I don't have it in black, I only have it in chrome. But it's still newer than this guy, so we'll keep that. So yeah, we're able to do one thing on that one. These things are unique, which I don't have any replacements suitable for those ones. So we'll go and put this guy to our little spare bin now. And we're gonna go ahead and start assembling these guys and making sure first they all go in properly before we put their counterparts away, or their old parts to say. So let's go ahead and do that. You might want to call Ricky. Paul. She called back. Alright, here we go. Put this guy, I'm stepping on him a few times. Okay, so we're going to try to work with... We did put the washer out, didn't we? Or back to the back. So, oh, there it goes. There's the washer. Okay, so these were the old ones. Hoping to replace. These two are the only substitute we were able to sort of replace. So we'll see right now if everything assembles smoothly back. Put this guy away. Create some more little workspace here. Alright. So let's do this one. This one's going to be mounted. I believe it kind of hooks upward. So we're going to put this guy in here. Okay, we want to turn him from the right, so if his back is facing us when he turns to the right side, this one is his right side right here, so we can twist with our right hand, because we're right-handed. Okay, so we're going to turn him to the right. The ram mount's facing directional. Want to make sure of that. Now this bolt's here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to loop this wire, kind of snake it in here. That way it creates a little bit extra lock for the wire. You see how I did that, sort of, I guess. I don't know if I did it right. Or, let's see, do we want to snake it like that, or is that the best way of snaking it? I guess it is. See how that one is? It just flops in there. What I did was I just put it in between. See that? He's not going to get pinched or anything because these guys are holding him back. But yeah. Let's go and put the RAM mount facing us. Whole RAM. Make sure I'm in the same trowel with you guys. There we go. Okay, pull all these parts. Putting all these parts on the deck here. Okay, so what we're going to do with this guy is we're replacing his old washer, and we're still going to use the same old rubber one. So we got, well, first of all, we got the socket. So let's go and put our socket. Where is that? Where is he? There he is. I think this is it, all right? That is him. I was wondering. We were able to replace him either. So he's going to come this way. Oh, there he goes. He's underneath this guy. See there. So he's going over. I think he's this way purposely so he can make it over. Or I think we might even double lock it. Let's see if we can. Well, doesn't really matter. 'Cause what's great about this is you can see here. Let's see if I take it apart. It's not going to really thread the wires. This is actually smooth, right? So it's not going to really kill the wires. So let's see how we can do this. We can even make it like a zigzag loop for extra security, I guess. I don't know. We can go like this. Create a little bit double bond of some sort. Or candle. It's getting really funky now. I might stop while we're getting ridiculous here. Alright, give me 1 second here. Let me figure. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got this sort of funky. Okay, so we got this one here. Alright, so we're going to put this through here. Alright, so there's no washer, unfortunately. Yeah, I think this will be fine. We just loop it through here like this, you know what I mean? You don't need to get technical about it. And we might not even do the tie strap anymore. I think we're I think we're overkill on that area. We might, we'll see. Let's see here. How about that? Put that there through there, the threads in there, this guy. See, I think we did it purposely to actually create this to not actually pull in and out. I think that's what this little binding was for a while back. So we want to make sure that we can get to our phone and then latch it on our phone. So we might need a little bit more slack. Okay, so I think we did that purposely to actually be able to bind this guy from not easily being able to pull forward and actually creating a drip. So we kind of lock him into place. So let's do that. Let's see if we can still get that idea. I know we had it kind of wind up uniquely, and we might actually I think we might have did it this way, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of weird. I think it might be more like in line like this way. somewhat. So let's see. Good to know that these things are pretty stiff. So I think more than likely we might wind it up. We can go like this way and then loop back this way. It creates that lock. Let's see how strong it is. It picked up this whole screw back. Let's see here. Did you guys see when I did the test here on the socket how strong these magnets are? These magnet chargers. Look at that. Look at that. That's a pretty good sized wrench. Let me see if I can get a bigger wrench. Let's see. The mother load wrench. I don't know. Alright. If it gets a slippery surface, it needs to get some kind of grip. There you go, like that. Okay. Anyway, getting fun here. Let me see if I can pick. Oh, see, these are aluminum. That's why. Oh, these are actually steel or some sort. Yeah, they're made of metal stuff. Hopefully they don't rust. Huh? Maybe galvanized metal. I hope so, or something. Galvanized. I don't think galvanized still magnetized. We'll find out. In fact, it's a good way to find out what actually is magnetizable. So yeah, these look like they're made from some kind of metal. They're magnetizable somewhat. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's go back to getting this guy figured out here. How are we going to do this? We're going to loop it in a way where we wanted to be able to lock the cable down as well. So I think the pattern would have been, might have been this funky little pattern where it upside down the loop and it comes back in from the loop. Sort of like this. I know it's kind of funky. It's sort of like that. There's like it's like almost an S. So what happened is, fact here, we got to do it now because once we get into this position, we got to figure out how much length it really needs and lock it in. Okay, so let me go ahead and, so what I'm going to do, put this through here. Okay, so lock that in position, lock the ball into position. There it is. Now it's kind of going backwards, and I mean, now I have this wire here that's, so I really wanted to make a pattern where it smoothly flows to the back end. So let me see if I can figure out a better method to this madness. Or I can go like this. This is the same. It's kind of crunching the wires a little bit like this, but still bringing the slack back to the area that we need to mount like this, sort of, I guess. Let's see if this will work. See there? This might work. Pull up enough slack here. Sort of. Look at that. I just went backwards on my own connection type. Let's see. I got a way to get away where, unless it loops. No, I can't. It cannot really affect the ball area here. You don't want anything to affect the ball turning area unless you want to do it. See, like this way? That's just funky, isn't it? I'm sure there's a mystery to this here once it actually gets ridden. Oh, you know what it is? I think this is kind of loops like this. And there goes. See, I loop it against the bolt, and then this bar, this ball barrier comes in to play after that. That locks that guy in there. So there we go. This is probably what it is. So it's like a loop to a loop to a loop. Okay, so there we go. But again, we're still dealing with sort of, I mean, it's not going to let it tug anymore. It does create a lock. I want to make sure I get enough slack here for it to do its job and not dangling. All right. Fortunately, there's no way of going the opposite direction, huh? Because it started out this way, it has to come back this way. And then this guy goes turning into the handlebar somewhere. Yeah, so this is it right here. So what we did was we looped it from this little web. Take this guy all the way up here. You can see it. There we go. All we did was took it from the web, through the hole to the web, looped it through the bolts, came back out this way. And now this is going to be tilted to the side where it's going to go into our USB charger. And it gives us about 3 feet. It might be looking like 4. But yeah, that's about 3 feet of wire, so we'll have to bush up the wire somewhere. We'll figure out where to bush it at. We might bush it and hide it inside the casing of the handlebar plastic. So we'll figure that one out as well. But anyway, this is it. This is where we're going to actually get everything properly tightened. So let's do that. Let me go ahead and direct this up a little bit just to get a little clear shot. Okay, we're going to put our plastic washer first.